Perfect. Thank you all for joining me. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're joining me from. Phenomenal ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining. And we are looking at our Mental Detox Bootcamp. Today, this is the third episode or the third time we are doing the Mental Detox Bootcamp. It's the very first time we are doing it exclusively online as a result of so many people who could not make it during our work period or during school period. When we do it live and also in the afternoon, they requested that we do the Mental Detox Bootcamp on an evening so they could be able to make it. I know some of them have sent us messages that they are unable to use the link, but do not worry because we are also streaming live. We share the live link on Facebook with you. I don't know why it's not just this. I'm seeing just you. I'm not seeing myself. So let me change the view. Okay. Fabulous. So what is mental detox? Just think about it. And I know we have just 1 hour, 30 minutes. We don't have a lot of time. We need a lot more time than just 1 hour, 30 minutes to be able to truly achieve a mental detox. But this will be the beginning of an incredible journey towards your mental detox. You'll be able to leave this session today with a lot of strategies, practical tools, resources, and strategies that you could start applying straight away from this bootcamp and after the bootcamp, so you may be able to achieve mental detox or go through your journey of mental detox. And each time you need that detoxification, you can always do that. And we know simply detox is the process of eliminating toxins or applying medicinal components from the external to neutralize or eliminate these toxins from a living organism. Any living organism, that could be ourselves or any specific part of our body organism that we want to actually focus on. You could be having a detox maybe of your liver, a detox of your mind, a detox of whatever part you choose. Today we are looking at mental detox. So it means our focus is shifted to the mind. And what will be mental detox? Like I said, 2 things come in play. Physiological elimination. So it's a natural process. Detox will naturally occur within us because it's physiological. Our body is meant to cleanse itself. It's designed to cleanse itself. So it's the physiological elimination of toxins in our mind. I want you to take note of the word toxins. What are these toxins in our mind? When we talk of food, we talk of detoxing ourselves. You can have junk food. You must have taken poison, food poison. Those are the kind of the toxins that you take in, either from external or even internally. So you want to eliminate these through the physiological way. We have natural antioxidants or antitoxins that we release. Our organism, our body is able to release. Also, our mind works in that way to naturally detox when we take in negative thoughts. So the toxins here, when we talk of our mind, will be thoughts, our thoughts, the words that we listen to, thought patterns, the habits that we've cultivated, our beliefs, the limiting beliefs that we've cultivated over time. Those will be the things that are toxic to us, that are not beneficial, that are going to damage us. They will negatively affect our mental health and well-being. So we want to actually cleanse. We can eliminate it, allowing the physiological process, which is actually always present, to have its effect. If that's not possible, because maybe we are having high doses of the toxins, we want to have medicinal implication, or we can use the medicines, external components, resources to neutralize the effect of these toxins. In the case of the mind, we'll look at what are those external tools, which will be some of these tools and resources I will share with you today. So imagine me like that extrinsic antitoxin. Imagine the things we're going to share today, the tools you have today as the medicine, in other words, but they are natural, thank God, because I'm not prescribing you any pharmaceutical component here. I'm not prescribing anything that's destructive to you here. And again, everything we're going to share today is based on science and based on natural laws that enable us to flourish in optimal mind, mental health, and well-being. For those of you who don't know me, I'll give a brief description about myself, so you know that obviously you're listening to someone who has authority in the field, who knows what she's talking about. I'm Dr. Sylvia Forchap-Likambi, a leading empowerment and transformation authority. That simply means I empower individuals, leaders, teams, organizations, students, everyone I encounter in life. Empowerment simply means enable you with the power, tools and resources within you so you can thrive in your full potential, so you can utilize the power within you and flourish when you deal with people, yourself, institutions, and the world at large. So you can take control of your life and live the life you were called and born to live. And transformation is that your mindset is transformed, it's renewed. So you become, in other words, a new person, a new creation. In other words, not really by new physically, but through your thoughts. We've heard often, as we think, so we become. Our thoughts are very influential, very powerful in shaping who we become, because our thoughts eventually will become our words, the words we speak. When we speak it often, we start believing it. Then we start acting that way, and then we form a habit. And if you show me your habit, I can guarantee you that I can tell you where you'll be heading to. We can predict your destiny through your habits. In fact, success is predictable and failure is predictable because it's just a replication of habits. The habits that we repeat daily, which are actually becoming our lifestyle, will eventually lead to our destiny, either that of success, that of thriving in optimal mental health and well-being, or that of depression, or that of failure. But I'm very, very confident that all of you present here tonight, you are super amazing. You are moving towards the path of victory, because that's why you're here. You've taken this time out to join me so we can really work on your mental health and well-being. You want to take control, you want to take responsibility and thrive in optimal mental health and well-being. I'm also a doctor of pharmacy. I studied in Italy and then Australia, and also a medical researcher, background specifically on hematology. So I did a lot of research, okay? Specifically as a pharmacy, of course, I studied drugs, medications, and all of that, how they work. And as a researcher, I work to see how we could improve, diagnosis. We could be able to diagnose you at an earlier stage. We could be able to diagnose maybe illnesses that are not yet detectable at earlier stages, and be able to find therapeutic options, which are merely drugs, medications, to be able to cure you, and also to be able to have a better prognosis. Prognosis is like I can have an outcome. I can tell you what is expected at the very beginning. Like sometimes if you go to see the doctors, you have some certain illnesses, they can predict where you're going to lead. At sometimes the doctors tell you your prognosis is a worse one. We cannot do anything again. Based on medical knowledge and scientific evidence and research, we have come to the end of what we can do in the medical field. So with all of that, I've gained so much knowledge in the field, be it your mind, and in research, we have worked a lot on the mind, because each time before we had any drug out there to improve the prognosis or to actually cure existing diseases, we carried out clinical trials. And there is something called the placebo effect, where as medical researchers, as clinicians, they've acknowledged, it's scientifically proven that some people can take, actually, placebo is simply a substance given to you, anything given to you without any medicinal value. It could be water. It has no pharmaceutical component. It has no active ingredient. That's how we call the components in drugs that really cure you. A drug can be that large, but you have only a small active ingredient in it that will really work towards your healing or your recovery. So a placebo is actually fooling patients, making patients believe that you are taking a medication that is really great. And the more a medical professional believes that it's going to cure you and makes that patient to believe, in other words, working on the patient's mindset, the patient tends to heal, tends to recover without any drug, but simply from taking water. That tells us the huge role our mind has got to do when it comes to thriving in optimal mental health and well-being. In fact, optimal well-being is not just the absence of diseases or symptoms, it's our ability to flourish psychologically, emotionally, socially, so we can actually experience optimal mental health and well-being. And our mind is so important, which is why we need to actually detox it. We need to keep it clear from toxins, because if our mind is full of junk, of toxins, it will actually inhibit its capacity, its ability to work at its full potential, its ability to enable you to heal, its ability to enable you to flourish, to be happy, to experience joy. Because we know that, for example, there are certain hormones that are being released endorphins, serotonin, that are called the feel-good hormones, which enable us to experience that phase of happiness, you know. And this is all being released and kind of conveyed or transported through our neurons, through our mind. They call them neuronal pathways. Perfect. So that's just a brief description. And I do a lot of work with individuals, leaders, schools, all to transform their mindset, enable them to flourish in optimal health and well-being, and fulfill their maximum potential. As we're talking about mental detox, we want to actually eliminate whatever toxins, thoughts. There will be the negative thoughts, because positive thoughts are very healthy. There will be the thought patterns that we've created, because if I think about something over and over, I literally create a roadmap, a pathway through which that thought travel to be made manifest in my physical body as actions, as words. And then I live what I think. I become what I think. So we want to eliminate whatever toxin is blocking us. So we have great mental aptitude, we have clarity, and we can now live in our fullest potential. Another part, if we are not eliminating it, we are neutralizing it, okay, to reduce or to neutralize or block the effect of the toxins. Sometimes you cannot necessarily eliminate the toxins. They are already within you. They cannot necessarily take them out. When you go, for example, you've taken like some poisons, it's traveled through your system, your blood system. They might give you they call it antiveleno. I studied in Italy, like anti-poisons. I don't know. Yeah, I think that, yeah, obviously, to actually neutralize the effect of the toxin, of the poison that you've taken. So it doesn't really come out, but it neutralizes, it blocks its effect. So if the toxin was to, for example, destroy an organ, that effect would not take place because it's been neutralized by the pharmacological component, the medicine, the substance that has been introduced into you externally. So we're going to do two things here. I will focus a lot on what we are administering and not what we are eliminating. I will tell you why. Why? Because truly, like I said, if this is a toxin, okay, let's say this is our mind and it's full of, now I'm not going to give you this because this is water. I always use my water like the good thing. I've put some soy oil here. You can see it's dark. That's a soy sauce. I've put soy sauce here. It's dark. So let's assume this is the toxin that we want to eliminate from our mind. All right. I'm not sure why. Let me see. Are you seeing me? One minute. Awesome. Great. So let's say this is a toxin. Whatever it is, I'm going to move on to you so we identify the toxin. If this is the toxin that we want to eliminate, I think I'm spotlighting it. If you can see me, just put your hands up. Can you see me on the screen? Well, you can see me on the screen? All right. I can see you. Just 1 minute. Okay. Just 1 minute. You cannot see me on the screen. No. Uh, can you see me now? Can you see me? Just 1 minute, please. I don't know why I'm not on the screen. At least I can see you on the screen. Can you see me now? Now. I can't even hear you, Liz. Can you type? Can you type if you can see me? You can see me at the top. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see if I can put just me. I want to put just me. And if you tell me, can you see me now? Can anybody see just me?
No, because I've got Benedict as well, but you
Please,
can't
if you see me, please kindly type. All right, Liz, let me do this for you. All right, can you see me now? Awesome, awesome. I think I know what I did then. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Awesome. Really sorry about that. I think I spotlight Liz so we could see Liz rather than seeing me. Perfect. There is also a mental detox bootcamp, a workbook for your notes, or for your information. This, like I said, is just a short time. If you want to get more, there is so much more. It's about 63 pages with some incredible images, with some workbook, some questions to go through that will really help you. If you use this workbook, honestly, make it your manual, go through daily at your pace. It's going to really, really help you. I've taken a lot of time to develop this workbook. So if you need that, just let us know, please. Thank you so much. And apologies for the problems that we had before. Great. So I'll just move straight because we don't have much time. I'll come back to this later. Do not worry. Like I said, there are two ways of mental detox. We want to eliminate the toxins, or we want to neutralize the toxins, okay? These are the toxins here. So in order for us to effectively go through this journey of mental detox, there are some key components. I'm going to discuss of the fundamental principle that we need to get right, the fundamental pillars that we have to set. And please, as I'm speaking to you, I want you to write down, first and foremost, I want you to specifically identify what the toxin is. Identification is key number one. People go for detox, it's alcohol detox, because they identify the toxins in their body is excess alcohol. The toxin in their body maybe is junk food. The toxin is maybe nicotine, alcohol, drug, whatever it is. We go for diverse type of detox. Mental detox, there can be so many things. Like I said, it can be that negative beliefs. It can be that negative thoughts. We can specifically talk about the kind of thoughts that we hold that are really affecting our mental aptitude, our mental well-being. So the key thing, the first and foremost, the first thing for us to do is to identify. This, for example, is a toxin. Let's say it's a negative word. I've just put it dark here. It's a, I don't know, maybe putting yourself down, constantly negative towards yourself, constantly hard towards yourself, but you need to be specific, okay? Write it down as you listen to me. Identify, be specific. What toxins? Because the truth is, the beginning of every transformation, every journey starts with awareness. If I am not aware of what I want to change, there can be no change. If I'm not aware to the destination where I'm going to, there can be no change of destination. I need to be aware if I'm leaving my home on a journey right now, for example, I need to know exactly where I'm going to, which the first thing is identify. What are the toxins you want to deal with tonight that are affecting your mental aptitude? Write it down. It may be a toxic relationship. It may be a negative spouse. It may be a partner. It may be a child. It may be yourself. Your worst enemy has become yourself. Write that toxins, okay? Identify it, acknowledge it. We can identify things and we don't acknowledge. We just push it away or we push it under the carpet. Acknowledge, this is really what's happening with me. I have an overdose of negativity. I'm constantly negative. I'm constantly abusive towards myself. This is what it is. Once you identify it, okay, take full responsibility. No blame game. No blame game. This person caused it, that. The root is not as important as you acknowledging it and saying, yes, and I take responsibility. Acknowledge what it is, the toxins, and then you're going to take responsibility. These toxins are now, this is my mind, this little container here. This is my mind. I own this mind, okay? I am responsible for how my mind flourish. I am responsible. So I want you to take responsibility. There's a lot of negative thoughts going through my mind. I am responsible for bringing about a healthier mindset, healthier thoughts. I'm going to take responsibility right now. No blame game. And the next thing, you have identified that now. You want to identify who you are, okay? This is a toxin. This container is separate. This container is not a toxin, but contains a toxin. Once I pour these toxins out of the container remains, and that's me. You need to take yourself off. You need to separate yourself from the toxins. You are not your problems. You are not your past mistakes. You are not your current status of your relationship. You are not someone you call yourself abused and whatever. That's not you. The toxins in you are this, maybe negativity. Keep telling yourself you're stupid. You are not stupid. That's the toxin. That's the negativity. Separate yourself. Become aware of who I am. I am Sylvia. I am Jane. I am Liz. I am Paul. I am Benedict. This is who I am. Take responsibility. Become aware of who you are. And then now the final thing, the fourth thing, the ultimate solution. What do you want? Yes, this is a toxin. This is who you are. You're Sylvia, you're Benedict, you're Elise, you're Sarah. This is the ultimate thing that I want. Is it just to send this toxin out? I'm going to put it out and then we see what happens. I didn't want to throw it now. But I'm going to have to, because I want to demonstrate. I'm going to do a lot of demonstration here. All right. Smaller one. Let me do this. What's your goal? What's the final outcome? What's the solution you want? Do you want these toxins? So at the end of the day, you want these toxins out. Okay, the toxins are gone. But who are you? What do you contain? What's within you? There's emptiness. Nothing is there. Get the solution clear. Get the solution clear. I want healthier thoughts. Then that's your solution. My goal is to get the water. I don't know if you can see me. My goal is to get this water. I want the healthier thoughts. Fabulous. I'm just going to put my toxins back. You know what? I might as well take off my virtual screen. It looks like it's affecting my view. Okay. Fabulous. Fabulous. So you're going to have to decide 4 things I've identified here. What toxins, write it down, do you have to deal with? Why are you here today? You want to detox. Definitely, we all have toxins, some toxins in us. No, we all, definitely, you might have just positivity, optimism, but there's no like problem in always bringing the positive, or in always bringing healthier thoughts. It's like, why you may not have negative food in your body. We need to eat to live. We need to consume healthier thoughts as well to live. Our mind actually flourishes by the thoughts, the things we read, the words we say, and all of that. It looks like I'm going to surely take off my background. Anyway, I'm going to leave it. It doesn't come very clearly here. I'm going to leave it. So have you identified your toxins? What are the toxins you want to deal with as you are here? And you're going to acknowledge it. It's with you. You have it in your mind. You want to deal with it. You want to take responsibility. You're not going to blame anybody. You're going to take responsibility. Only you have the power to transform your mind and to take these thoughts away so you can flourish in optimal health and well-being. Now you want to shift the attention. Yes, why I've identified the toxins, that's not my focus. I am not the toxins. I am who I am, and I know that I've got much more potential within me to thrive in optimal mental health and well-being. I'm going to take advantage of the power within me to bring change, the change I desire to see, the solution I desire right now. Fabulous. Once we've done this, you've actually identified, acknowledged your solution. We're going to move to the next stage now. And my question to you now, knowing what solution you want, there are key stages, 5 stages towards a mental detox that we're going to go to. Now that you have identified exactly what you want, you are aware of the toxins, you acknowledge the toxins, and you are ready to take control. There are 3 key ways we can take control, okay? I'm going to focus on 2 because we don't really want to diffuse this, okay? Because the toxins will be still there. Ideally, the goal of mental detox, again, like I said, is eliminate or neutralize the effect. Eliminate or neutralize the effect. So I'm going to use elimination, which I showed you before, because you want a solution. But elimination is not your solution. Solution is always what you will maintain, what you want. Is being healthier, living a healthier lifestyle, being more optimistic if negativity was your problem. If it was in toxic relationship, you don't simply want to go away from that relationship. Going away there, we are social beings. You will still relate with yourself. You will meet other people in life. If you don't learn skills to cultivate healthier relationships, you will become a victim again, and your next relationship will repeat the same patterns. So your solution in this case, if it's a toxic relationship, you want to establish healthy relationship with yourself first and with every other person you encounter or with everyone you have a relationship with. So key things, if we eliminate, like I said, it doesn't really save us that much, okay? I'm eliminating that toxin. My goal cannot come. I can't see this word. What I want cannot really come. So it's not the best. And like I said, literally, I cannot eliminate negatives from my mind. Literally, you cannot turn yourself upside down to take off all the negatives that have been spoken over your life from when you were born, or that's been spoken over your life right now in that relationship. We can literally not take it out. So you see, there are some parts of the body where detox is simply one way, where we cannot physically take something from the body, eliminate that, which is why so often when you take like poisons, they actually give you like anti-poisons, anti-veneno, like I said, and all of that. So you can go and work through your body, okay, to your bloodstreams, wherever the poison has gone, to kind of neutralize its effect. Even though it's still there, it will become powerless. So I'm going to put back the toxins because literally, so now you know that by elimination will not really work. I've seen a lot of people, colleagues as well, we focus a lot on taking the negatives. I will tell you this from experience. I've worked with thousands. I'm a living testament of the work I do. You can simply not say, I'm going to avoid negativity. I'm going to stop being around negative people. Okay, at the end of the day, remember, you are the most important person. You continue to live. You continue to experience life. You've taken that negativity. You have an empty vessel. What more? What next? You are empty. You feel lonely. You feel isolated. So the goal is truly you receiving a healthy mind. The purpose of detox is that you thrive in optimal mental health and well-being. Is that you experience great thoughts in your mind, optimistic thoughts, positive thoughts, so that you can flourish, and also your words can align with your thoughts and eventually your actions. So you're always optimistic. So right now, our next goal and only goal when it comes to mental detox now is neutralizing, and above all, I would say dominating, taking over the space, dominating your mind with the healthier thoughts you want, dominating your mind with whatever you desire as that solution to thrive. If you don't want a negative relationship, you've got to be your best friend. You spend time with yourself 24/7. You've got to cultivate first and foremost the best relationship with yourself. And then once you've cultivated the best relationship with yourself, because you know yourself, you know your worth, you know your value, you would definitely go on to cultivate healthier relationship with others, because now you will attract the right people that are like you, with the same mindset, the same thoughts, because your energy level is so high, your frequency. You will only attract a certain people in your life, because like I said, we are social beings. You cannot eliminate all the bad people, all your family, and just be alone. And then you don't even experience a great relationship with yourself. So how do we do this right now? Just watch me, okay? I'm going to show you this beautiful, beautiful experiment year. It looks like with this, I'm having a lot of problems with I'm going to take this year. I'm going to take my virtual screen off because it's shaking a lot. I will take it off for now. Since I'm going to be moving, it's going to give some problems. I've seen that. I'm going to do no background. Perfect. So you can see me. I don't want any virtual screen right now. Okay. I think you can see me perfectly. I'm going to get up. So I'm not moving. You see, that's perfect. It's just real. I'm not moving. I'm going to show you what we can do. Okay. I'm going to stand up now. Remember, you've written your toxins down there. I hope you can see me. I'm going to put this here. Okay. And you see why it does not really work. I mean, if you're on Facebook, I'm just going to take this up a bit so you can see me. Perfect. I think you can see me. Great. Perfect. These are the toxins, okay? Be it a negative relationship, whatever it is you're experiencing, the best way you've got your outcome. I want to experience a healthy relationship. I want life. I want optimism. I want to be positive. I want to tell myself things that are beautiful, that are positive. In other words, I want to reach for water. This is life, okay? Look at this. And it's refreshing. I'm going to open this. So you reach out. That's the solution. That's what I want. I'm going to start bringing it in my life. One day at a time, one step at a time. Every step towards the journey of accomplishing your goal is vital and deserves recognition and celebration. You must not take 10,000 steps at a time. If I'm thirsty, I want to drink this water. I don't drink all at a time. I start by sipping. And over time, there is a compound effect. And because you are bringing the solution to your life, you already feel better. You cannot get up and say it's not working. Water is refreshing. Water is reviving. Water is the life. Water is the optimistic words you want to hear. Positivity is life. Words are life or death. The negatives in here are deadly. They are sapping your energy. They are killing you. They are making you more depressed. We want them out. Above all, we want to experience optimal health and well-being. This is the goal. We are going for optimal health and well-being. Healthier thoughts, healthier relationship. Whatever it is you have written down that you want to deal with, you're going to take the exact opposite. If you want to take off the negative people in your life, you can literally not eliminate them. They will still live. You've got to bring healthier relationships. Test with yourself. And watch me pour this here. Look at what I'm doing. As I'm pouring, what's happening? It's going out bit by bit. It's going out. It's not the end, but look at how clear this has become. There is only so much we can take. Just imagine your mind like it has a capacity, all right? Especially your conscious mind. If it's heard something over and over again, because it needs to be alert, it needs to analyze, it needs to do logical stuff to help you solve problems. So if you've done something over and over again that is not needed to do something that will serve you immediately, it sends everything now, information into your subconscious brain for storage as a memory, or so when you need it in the future, it comes, okay? So as you're putting excess of the positive, even though your mind can only take so much right now, your conscious mind, because I need to be present right here and I cannot be conscious doing something else. I'm fully present here. So you are consciously bringing in the life you want. You are consciously bringing in the type of relationships you want. You are constantly, consciously creating healthier relationships. Eventually, your mind starts displacing every thought of unhealthy relationship, every thought of negativity. Maybe before you used to say, I'm stupid, I'm dumb. Now, every day, your mind is hearing, I'm beautiful, I'm intelligent, I'm wise, I'm a great friend, I'm loving, I love myself, I'm destined for greatness, I'm kind and loving. Your mind stores that. Your mind yes it again and again. And the great news is because you are actually getting the effect immediately, you've not only neutralized the toxins, but you've kind of overcome. You've kind of been victorious. You've taken over. Look at how clear this is now. It's almost water. If I keep pouring it and my mind is sending it, over time, my mind is not hearing any negative anymore. My mind is storing in the subconscious positives, the words of I'm healthy, I'm glorious, I'm beautiful, I'm kind. The relationships that I desire, loving, kind and respectful individuals. My mind begin to amplify that. My mind begin to attract like people. Only people who are healthy. When I want to tell myself, if somebody meets me again, maybe that ex wants to tell me, oh, you're stupid, automatically your subconscious mind comes into play even before you think and reason, and just reminds you, because that's what you've been storing into it, all the positives. Remember, you are intelligent. Remember, you're amazing. Remember, this is who you are. I've never known you as stupid. You are a new person right now. And because once you are bringing these words, you create what we call new neuronal pathways. In other words, you are creating a new root. That's what we say transformation. You're transforming your mind. Those old roots, what we don't use, become inactive and dormant. When you stop using a root, the negative pathways that have been created by the negative words you used to speak to yourself, you used to listen to often, because you no longer operate through that pathway, you no longer use those words, eventually your mind starts creating, science has proven that, new roots, new pathways to enable you to deal with negative situations, to enable you to deal with similar challenges. When you have negative people who step in your life, toxic relationships, your mind immediately takes you towards the path of healthier relationships. So you can create and experience more health in your relationship. And the truth is, as you are doing it gradually, it took gradually, it's not even finished, but look at how clear it is now. You're already getting the benefit. Because I always say this, it's not what I eliminate from my life that transforms my life. It's what I bring to my life. If I took off all that toxins and didn't bring the healthier water into my life, there will be no transformation. I'll be void and empty, tired, hopeless. And too often, because we've known our old self, our old habits for too long, we want to go back to them because there is void, there is emptiness within. And that's why you hear people who are so focused on, I don't want to be negative. I'm just going to block any negativity. Then they try so hard. I'm using try because you can really not. We are not meant to function in that way. We are dynamic beings. We are co-creators. We are creators. We are constantly creating. Your mind is searching to create new pathways. Your mind is searching to create a new lifestyle. Your mind is searching for renewal. So if you constantly say, I'm blocking this, I'm blocking that, then you come and tell me, you know what, Dr. Sylvia, is not working. I've done this like for days, 3 days now. I feel drained. I feel exhausted because, of course, even thinking about negative, I don't want to hear negative. You are still thinking of that. Your mind does not recognize the word not. If you say, I'm not stupid, it doesn't mean you are intelligent. Your mind is saying, give me an instruction. Who are you? I want clear, specific instruction. I will amplify it and bring to life what you desire. Not stupid. I hear stupid, stupid, stupid. That's still the word I hear. Tell me something that you want. I'm intelligent. Your mind says, I hear intelligent, intelligent, intelligent. Your mind amplifies it. Your mind shows you situations, circumstances where you've been intelligent. So once you want to go back to that, your old mindset, old pathways, which have not been used for so long, then now it is kind of like dysfunctional. Your mind will only amplify and show you the route to the great you, to the intelligent and wise you. So, beloved, tonight, whatever it is that you have cultivated, and finally you have your great stuff, whatever is the toxin that you have identified, I hope that exercise was useful. I love to be practical, and I know you remember this like forever. You won't forget because you can see it live. Honestly, it's as simple as that. It's as simple, and you can say, where has this toxin gone? Like I said, our mind, physiological process to eliminate toxins. It's like when you drink water, you flush the toxins naturally. Your kidney, all of that, liver, different pathways, and then you urinate, send it out through your urine, all the toxins, they are natural physiological processes that takes place within us to do away with the toxins. So this toxin as well, of course, you asked me, like I said, where has it gone? But because it's been neutralized and it's been kind of like, the effect is no more toxic to you, but then it will be released in a natural way. Okay, like I said again, or it becomes dormant because you no longer use it. Any talent, any potential that we don't use will be dead. We will lose it. So if you don't use the negatives again, and which is exactly what happens in my life, because honestly, I do not use negative. I'm conscious, I'm deliberate. I've been so positive for so long that my subconscious consistently reminds me, if there is anything, it's like you have an antivirus in you, okay? In that way, you've built immunity as well. Each time there is a virus, there is something there, it just comes out. It resets your computer, your system to its original state. And that's why I say mental detox helps to reset your mind to the original state of creation. And I want to tell you the two parts where you can have this influence, this input. We just showed you water, the positive words. Where do they come from? We are spiritual beings having a physical experience. We have a mind, which we have just talked about. We have a body. This is my body. You hear me, you see me, you can touch me, you can feel, my how can I say, my emotions. You can feel your emotions and all of that. You can touch me. This is my physical body. My mind, you literally cannot see it, but all my words are coming from my mind. What I've processed, learned, and it's taught there. I'm speaking to you right now. And there's the spiritual part of me. So my soul is where my mind is, mind, emotions, and my willpower to be able to take actions deliberately and transform my mind and my life. And I've got the spirit. So those are the two parts we have access to, from the physical or the spirit, to get these words now from. Right now, you are here from me getting it through this physical. But when you are all by yourself, you can still speak it loudly, the words you want to hear. But above all, your spirit is the realm where all sorts of antitoxins dwell, where all sorts of natural remedies to kind of damage, neutralize, and block the effects of toxins, external toxins that will invade your body are dwelled in. Fruits of the spirit, naturally our spirit is not of this world. Our spirit cannot experience the pain of this world. It's intangible. Physical reality does not touch or affect our spirit. So what will happen is that you can actually access your mind. You can allow it to be transformed, because that's the original state. Our spirit is like that to our creator. It's likened to the spirit of our creator, our divine God, who created us bespokely for a unique purpose, and knows how our mind was originally created to function, to flourish in optimal mental health and well-being. You are never given a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. So the only thing we can focus on is the spirit to replenish us naturally, to neutralize every toxins, as well as, of course, externally. But that is your ulterior source. That if you don't have me, you don't have people externally who can bring those words, who can bring those antitoxins to neutralize the toxins, you can rely 24/7 on your spirit. Because as long as you live, as long as you walk, you are with your spirit within you, and it's connected to the divine, to God himself, who is spirit. And we will forever replenish you, a well of positivity, a well of, optimistic word, and knowing exactly the great individual, the victorious and amazing, wonderful individual you were created to be. In fact, it says, a mind that is governed by the spirit brings life to the body. So if your spirit governs your mind, if your spirit is transforming your mind with the greatness within your spirit, joy, peace, love, and all of that, what is literally happening? You're having life in your physical body. You are physically manifesting joy, peace, calmness, even in the midst of storm. If you're getting from the external, right now you are listening to me, all the positive words, what we are sharing here, we definitely uplift your spirit. As you get it through your mind, you are transformed through the renewal of your mind, through the positive words I am giving you now, I'm speaking here, and the strategies I'm sharing with you, you can then neutralize the toxins. And the more you take, you can speak yourself, okay? As you speak, then you begin to hear it. It begins to neutralize all the negativity. Or you begin to create the healthy relationships externally. So you begin to fill yourself, your environment, only with healthier people, healthier relationships, not people. So that will really help you if you look at that, okay? So when someone is not there, if it's negative, but you cannot afford. It says, on the other hand, a spirit, a mind that is governed by the flesh, by the body, brings death to the body. Why? There's a lot of negativity out there. There is constant negativity, constant turbulence. Sometimes it's the news. Our world is full of changes, okay? As much as you want to be surrounded by a lot of positive people, that will not be the reality, because every individual is unique. There are some people, even in your household, maybe you're in that negative relationship right now. The toxic person in your life that is making you having toxins that you want to detox is your friend, is your ex, is your parent, is a family member, is your spouse. So obviously, you don't want to be taking those kind of impact, or you don't want to allow that to transform your mind. Wherever you are, most of the time, we determine what you hear, the loudest voice in your mind, and that will affect you. So the best way, like I said, that's one of the ways, but right now, that's why you are here. Of course, you go to inspirational places, listen to inspirational, uplifting music, uplifting individuals, uplifting books, read personal development books, so you can work and transform your life. And I want to share with you 5 key strategies while you're on this journey. I'm going to sit down. So just think about that exercise I gave you. I'm going to share with you 5 key strategies. I'm not sure if I should go back with I'll just put it there so you know that I've got this Mental Detox Bootcamp again. I think when I'm moving my hands with the background, it's kind of shaking a lot and I don't like that. So I've just taken my background off, but I can share with you later. I've got a workbook. You have everything. There's 63 pages of workbook. It's going to help you a lot to transform your life, to transform your mental health, to go through your journey of detox. You just have to message me, email me. If you have any question, please put it there as a text and I'm going to definitely respond to your questions. Okay, let me look at the time now. Perfect. Yeah, we have about 30 more minutes. That's perfect timing. I'm going to give you 5 key stages of your mental detox journey. While you put that in mind, what you want. We said before we had toxins. Now we are full of positivity. We just bring in what we want in our life. It's what we bring our life that will transform our life. They are the positive words that I bring in my life, words are life or death. I cannot say I'm going to stop speaking negative if I don't bring positive words in my life. In other words, I don't bring life to my life. So I'm not going to be transformed, in other words. Okay. I want to go through these 5 stages with you. And again, it ties into the first thing I said, that you have to identify what exactly you want to detox, what that toxin is. Is it a relationship? Is it your own self, your negativity, whatever it is? Because you have to target it. You have to target it. Like I said, when we are using words, there are specific words, specific antidotes for specific poisons. If the thing is you are told you're stupid all day, there's no point repeating, I'm wealthy, I'm rich every day. It will not neutralize stupidity. You can still be rich and stupid. The toxins, the antitoxins antidote for stupidity is intelligence. I'm intelligent, I'm wise. That's what we eventually neutralize the toxin of stupidity. And some research have shown that as much as we know, one positive and one negative we neutralize, okay? But in real life, it's not really like that. Else there will be nobody who is actually depressed because people have been so negative towards them. Because if you've heard people say 10 times you are dull, you are horrible, and I come and say 10 times, then it will be neutral. But unfortunately, we know that's not the case. Research have shown that for every one negative spoken over your life, it doesn't matter who speaks it, whether it's you or some other person, you need 5 positives to be able to neutralize that. In other words, the negative have very strong hold, very damaging effect, that you need 5 more positive to be able to neutralize it. And we are only talking about neutralization before you even take over. Okay, so it's not like with 5 positives, you now have a positive life. No, you are just neutral. In other words, you are lukewarm. You are not excited. You are not passionate. You are not low. You don't want to live life just in a lukewarm state. Okay, it goes beyond that. You want to live life fully, excited, passionately. So it means that if you've had 10 negative words in a day, for example, how many positive words must you hear in a day just to get to a stage of neutral? Bare minimum, 10 times 5, 50 positive words. If it's 100, 100 times 5 is 500 positive words that you need to hear. Again, like I said, everything I'm sharing with you is scientifically proven, is governed by the laws of nature that govern optimal health and well-being, mental, emotional, and physical health and well-being. So think about that. It's not just enough to wake up and speak one negative and then you go and get one positive. You must do much more to be able to neutralize the negative. And if you want to be in that optimistic state, you must keep being positive. So you cannot give up. Remember, you are a victor as I started this. While you identify the toxins, whatever toxin you want to deal with and detox tonight, you must identify yourself and separate yourself from that toxin. You are not that toxic relationship. You are not your problem. You are not your illness. You are not your limiting self-belief. You are not the negative you tell yourself. You are distinct from that. Okay, you want to identify who you are, and now you've got the solution that you want. I want to experience optimal mental health and well-being. I want to experience an optimistic mental health where I'll be positive. I won't be having destructive thoughts damaging me and my every relationship. That's the solution we want. We're going to go through these stages now. 5 things which are still interlinked with these key points, fundamental pillars I've just shared with you. The first, like I said, is being aware, okay? You are now aware and you acknowledge, which is linked to what I said before anyway. But remember again, the awareness goes in 2 parts, but you're going to go much deep now because you have identified all what you want. You're going to go towards the strategies, which I've briefly shown you at the beginning. You are now aware that, okay, this is what it is. I am dealing with this negative. I acknowledge it. I don't blame anybody. I take full responsibility. I'm not going to blame my ex. Maybe this, that caused me to be at this state, but that's fine. I totally take control and responsibility. So once you identify that, you're going to move to the stage where now, as you're aware, you take responsibility, you take control, which is the control. I'm taking control of this situation now. I'm taking control of my mind. I'm taking control of my mental health because I am the only one who has full control. If you are not the driver of your car, your body is your car, your body is the vehicle through which you navigate through this planet called Earth to impact our world, to fulfill your purpose, to do your work, to carry out your service on Earth. If you don't drive this vehicle, the person who drives it will direct it to whatever destination or direction they are taking it. You must be the driver of your life. You must be the driver of this body, this vehicle. You are the driver of your mind. You're going to take control right now as you step onto this journey. Take control. Take control of that steering wheel. And you cannot be in control of a car without knowing where you are driving to. You being in a car without taking off for any destination might just be as well useless or of no use. So you have your destination clearly. Once you take control, now how do you take control? 2 things. You control now. I've shown you there. What am I going to do? Am I going to eliminate this toxin or I'm going to neutralize it? Like we said, you have to be able to neutralize it. You need to come with a positive and you need to dominate. The goal is victory. Once you do that now, you're going to actually take that part, that action. You're going to take the action. Once you've done that, like I said, right now, okay, I showed you that great example. I'm still going to just put this there. All right. I said, if you were to eliminate, elimination is of no use because what? I'm empty. I'm going to fill myself with the thoughts, the relationships I want. Awesome. So now you're full with healthy, positive thoughts and all of that. But there will be negative people around you, okay? You may step out not wanting to meet someone who is negative. Guess what? You meet them. And if they come to your mind, this thing is going to be a bit damaged. Let me get some of this again. It's gone again, different color. So the goal is you need to grow, you need to nourish, you need to consistently maintain that lifestyle. You need to consistently, it's not enough. Optimism is a lifestyle. Eating healthy is a lifestyle. I cannot just eat vegetable one day and think I'm fine. I cannot say I want to detox, go off alcohol, and I detox and I stay like that and stop drinking water. Or drink water one day and I say that's fine. We need to consistently maintain. So now, for this stage of sustainability, growth, and making it a permanent lifestyle so that you can allow the natural physiological resources within your spirit to naturally detox you when you encounter challenges and toxins in life by negative people, all of that. So we're going to look at this part and I'm going to share 8 powerful strategies that will deal with each of these stages. The first stage of you taking control. The first thing you've got to do wherever you are right now, okay, is that self-awareness, deep inner reflection. Some of you have to start meditating, prayer where you look within you, look deep within. Who are you? Be reminded. You are created in the image of God. You are a spirit being. You are not of this world. You are beautiful and wonderfully made. You are destined for greatness. You are one of a kind. You are not you are not useless. You are created for a use, for a purpose. You are amazing. You are wonderful. You're adding value to the world. You need to pause and reflect. Now our focus is completely off that toxin. Our focus is on us because like I said, we've dealt with that toxin. Now we are still living. What do we have to do to live and experience optimal mental health and well-being? It's a daily lifestyle. I don't just say I'm positive and stay there. Every single day I wake up, I choose to be positive. I choose to be optimistic. I choose to be kind and loving. I choose to nourish my mind and soul. So what are we going to bring in now to feed this mind, to nourish and nurture so it may grow and flourish in optimal mental health and well-being, so that we may constantly have clarity, we may constantly experience, great energy, we may rejuvenate because we are renewed. As our mind is renewed, we are being reset to the original state that we are created to function at. That optimal mental health, like a child who was just born, so optimistic, so full of passion, so full of life, energy, playing, laughing, hugging everyone, being so loving, being so forgiving, being so kind, that they can be taken for granted. Because even when you hug them, you hurt them, they still want to hug you. They come back to you. So what do we do right now? These strategies are going to help us. The first, once you have spent that time, meditation, you want to create some time, at least 5 minutes every single day, just in meditation, reflecting in the beauty within you. Wake up in the morning. I wake up, for example, and I tell myself, this is the day the Lord has made. I decree and declare, I will rejoice and be glad on this day. It doesn't matter what happens, because I know that what happens to me does not determine how I respond, but who I am determines the way I'm going to respond to that situation. Because the same situation can happen to the two of us. We respond completely differently. I understand that I have the power to determine how I'm going to navigate through life. I have the power to drive this vehicle, this body, towards the destination that I want. If I want to stop, I have the power to stop, because I am the driver of this body. I am in control of my mind, no other person, which is why I'm not going to do any blame game, because I give over my power when I blame you. I say, in other words, come and change my mind, come and change my life, then I will be fine. But that's not how life works. That's absolutely not how life works. And some of those people, if I give power to you and you are struggling with your own mental health, I will wait for eternity, because you are not doing well yourself. You are super negative and your mind is all full of toxins. You cannot come and change me. I'll be waiting for eternity. So I have taken control. And what are the strategies? Once you are reflecting, meditating, on those, the powerful person that you are, the powerful being, understanding also you are directly connected to the source of life, the source of joy and peace. Understanding as a spiritual being, there are certain spiritual fruits in you that are already there, like joy, peace, for you to access and allow it to be made manifest in your physical body. And through that reflection, through that meditation, we've seen that it's been shown, science has shown that people who meditate, take some time during the day and focus on them rather than on the challenges in the world. There will be challenges in this world. There will be endless challenges, whether we are super good or bad. It has got nothing to do with us. Some people who meet in life are just going through their own challenges. They've got huge bagging, they are bleeding. And when we pass by them or they pass by us, they're going to rub their blood on us. They're going to bleed. They're going to rub their nastiness on us, because we are moving in this earth and we are living life. We'll meet other people in our workplaces, in our homes, in our families, but we cannot allow them to influence and shape who we become, or to influence and shape how we think and how our mental health will or will not be. We need to understand that we are responsible and we are in control. And as you meditate, you reflect, you take the time to look within you to understand how powerful you are. In other words, you are also stepping from those challenges. You are stepping away from those people so that you can become aware of who you are. And you know that when we get further away from a problem, it becomes smaller, it becomes minute. When we are all so close to something, it's so large. Think about it when the plane takes off. When the plane is still on the ground, I can see everyone there, the pilots, whoever it is on the ground, the workers, we can see them clearly. As the plane takes off and goes further away from the ground, the plane is detached from the ground. Every obstacle or every object becomes so minute, and over time, you don't even see them. The further away I get from those challenging situations, from those toxins, the more minute and negligible they become. And the more the focus is on me, the shift is on me. So once you've paused and you keep meditating, the next thing you need to do immediately, the next powerful strategy is your perception. Our perception creates a narrative in life. Perception is how you see, understand, and interpret the things that happen to you in life and that go on within you. That will include your thoughts. how you interpret and understand every thought, the way you understand the thoughts, the way you perceive the thoughts that go in within you and understand them. That thinking this way means, for example, death. Thinking this way means life. That's the way you're going to interpret it. And that's the narrative. That's the story you will tell your body and everyone around you, and you will act accordingly. Because the interpretation will determine the instruction you're giving yourself so you can take action. If the instruction you are giving yourself, you've interpreted a thought as fear, it will be run or fight. That's stress mode, run or fight. But if you're interpreting that same challenge as, wow, it's an opportunity for me to grow and thrive, you are seeing more calm, relaxed situation where you are in control. You are excited because you know that you will come out better from this situation than you were before encountering this situation. So you've got to change your perception. You've got to change your perception. And that's how you start taking control of the narrative. You start taking control of the situation, of how you want to live your life, of how you want your mental health and well-being to be. Right now, I have chosen that despite what I'm going through, despite that toxic husband, that I've chosen to walk away, but above all, create a healthier, fulfilling relationship with myself and those around me, or to go to those who respect and value me. I have chosen to change my perception about that relationship and about myself. They are dealing with their own insecurities. That's why they put me down. So instead of looking like I am the bad one, I'm the one who is nasty. No, because out of the abundance of the heart they speak. People will reflect. What I show you out there is a reflection of my image of who I am deep within. So you will change your narrative that, oh, they're having a lot of problems. They are dealing with really terrible situation in their life. I am changing the way I perceive this situation. I'm changing the way I understand this interaction with me. It's really not about me. It's all about them and their pain and suffering that they are going through. Hence, I'm going to respond differently. I'm going to either ignore, walk away, or I help them if I'm able to help them. And as you are changing this, like I always tell students, mentees, those I work with, would you rather be in the receiving end of the toxins? Because you can take control, okay? I receive the toxins, fair enough. I can ignore it. I can just dump it out there, go or come in with all my positive, neutralize it. It has no power and I dominate. Or you would rather be the one throwing or releasing these toxins. And everyone will often say, I'd rather be in the receiving end, because them throwing the toxins at me doesn't necessarily mean I'll take it. I have the power to choose what I want to do. As you take control, you make a choice, a deliberate, conscious choice. You start by changing your perception. You start by changing your perception about the negative belief you've been telling yourself. I'm not good enough. Yes, you look at all my relationship, this. So ask yourself some questions. Who say you are not good enough? Why do you feel you're not good enough? As you change your perception, above all, I don't want you to dwell again on the toxins. Remember, we've moved away from the toxins. We know the solution that we want. You're going to have the ultimate perception, what I call the golden perception, which is the ideal that will bring about the solution that you desire. Without solution, for example, remember, where are you going to? Why the detox? Where do you want to arrive? You need to have a clear idea about the solution that you desire. So now you're going to change your perception and embrace that perception that solution is possible. My solution to this is creating a healthier relationship with myself. So I value myself and see myself as worthy. And I begin to attract healthier relationships. I begin to attract healthier individuals as well, who actually have healthy relationships with themselves and value those whom they have relationships with. You've changed your perception now. You understand and you go about, you focus now on that new perception. So the next pathway to that journey of experiencing optimal health and well-being and maintaining it now is where my focus goes, my energy goes. You want to focus on the negative, which is why I always say I don't teach any of my students, my mentees, to ever focus on negative. It will do you no good. It saps the energy. Negativity is like a dark hole. You put light in a dark hole, it just goes and goes. You don't see it. It's in there, of course, but because it's lost, it's like an unending hole. So the light just goes into the deep, into the dark. Of course, it will still bright there, but it has to shine far and far. So it will just be like a tiny light in that dark tunnel. So you want to shift your focus. You want to shift your focus on that optimal mental health that you desire. Again, on that solution that at the beginning you wrote down, at the very beginning of this Mental Detox Bootcamp. What is that solution? Focus. Where your focus goes, your energy goes. And the things you focus on, our mind is incredible. Our mind has a powerful way of working. What you focus on, it has the power of amplifying that. So if you focus on, for example, okay, right now, you're an apple. You don't want to be an apple. You want to become an orange, for example. We're going to leave this apple, we just ignore it. But of course, we know that it's an orange seed that we need to create oranges if we really want to maintain it. I cannot just go and take an orange externally or just wear something externally without really undergoing transformation within me. It's only transformation that can change your life. And that's mental transformation, mental renewal, because that's a seed you are sowing. Transformation is a seed. And that's why I always call myself a transformational speaker. I speak here, I sow a seed in your life, a seed of optimism, a seed of purpose, a seed of life. As I leave you, it continues to stay in you. And once nourished, it may not happen overnight. As you continue to think about my words, you are nourishing the seed I've sown in you, the seed of becoming an orange. And eventually, an orange seed will only produce after its kind. My words only produce after their kind. When I say you are great, you're amazing, you're intelligent, it will only yield an intelligent individual in you. So in other words, I am sowing that seed. You have chosen that you don't want an apple. We're going to ignore it. If you desire an orange, you go to the shop, you buy orange fruits, you sow oranges. You now take this, your focus is on the orange you want to see. You're going to go get the seed. You're going to come and sow it. We know that an orange seed, if I go get the seed, is not enough. If I keep that seed here on my living table, my living room, my kitchen, on the floor, on a rock, it will remain a seed forever. There is a process. You know, my focus is on sowing that seed. So you keep focusing, it brings more, you do the things that you have to do. Okay, so as you focus on that, and if you look at it, where you focus, you see a lot more of that. Have you ever thought about it when you want to buy a car? Initially, you never see that car because you're thinking of something else. The moment you choose that, the car you want to buy is a Lamborghini, for example. It's like everywhere you drive, Lamborghini just starts arriving because your mind is so sharp and vivid right now. You're giving your mind a clear instruction, and that's what mental detox does. It clarifies your mind, cleanses your mind, and your mind has a greater aptitude. It's so clear and vivid that whatever instruction you give it is so clear and bright that it goes about attracting, like it brings more Lamborghini to your life. It doesn't mean Lamborghinis were not going through that road before, but simply because your mind was not clear of what you want. Your mind could not go to work to bring more Lamborghini into your attention. So focus now will bring more. Focus is powerful. It's like a ray of light, the sunlight, every day is shining on us, but it doesn't necessarily burn me. But if you bring a magnifying glass, which is the focal point, to collect the dispersed rays of that sunlight, what will happen? That magnifying glass, the same amount of sunlight or the rays that were shining in that very spot, if I use the magnifying glass to focus all the dispersed rays into one point, it's capable of setting a sheet of paper on fire. It's capable of burning you. That's just how powerful our energy is. You see, optimistic people are super, energetic. People who are focused, who know exactly what they want and go out every day to accomplish it, are super reso focused. They are super energetic because that focal point, the fact that their mind is focused, gives them ulterior energy. Their energy is not everywhere. I want to do this tomorrow. I want to do that. Their energy is focused on one thing, and it becomes so powerful. Passion also actually gets in there, and that passion, that focus, that energy is capable of moving mountains. And you see them achieving a lot, and you wonder, how come they have so much energy? They don't have so much energy. They are not just dispersing their energy everywhere. They are bringing their energy at a focal point to accomplish their desired goal, to accomplish their desired solution and outcome. So you have to have focus in life. Focus towards what you want to create. Focus towards the kind of mind that you want, not what you don't want. I always say this. I have a lot of friends, especially my Nigerian friends. They always pray in negative. I will not be poor. I will not be destroyed. I will not be sick. That's just honestly, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say this, but it has no effect on your mind. It's just, like I said, your mind does not recognize not. I'm just hearing sick. I'm hearing poor. I'm hearing whatever, negative. I'm hearing I will not die. Say life. It says, ask, it shall be given. You never ask for what you don't want. You ask for what you want and you receive what you want. Words are life or death. If you speak the words, they become. It said, call those things, it said, call those things that are not as if they were, and they become a reality. Do not call the things that you don't want. No, you call the things you want. So your focus should be on what you want. And as you focus now on that, you begin to bring that into your life, more optimistic words, more positive words. You've got to take action. Changing your perception is great. You've shifted your perception from that negative person, that negative relationship, more on you and the power you have to develop new and great relationship with yourself and others, the power you have to transform your life and your mental health. Now you have changed your perception. You are focusing on that which you want. You are focusing on creating great relationship, attracting great people. Now you've got to take action, because all of this is great, but faith without work is dead. You can think all you want, have all the perception you want, the great perception. If we do not take action, nothing changes. Nothing changes. It's like, I want this. I've envisaged, I want an orange, not an apple. I've gone and taken my seeds. If I take no action to sow my orange seed, I will never see the life of oranges. Nothing happens. You've got to do your part. You've got to take actions. As you focus actions one day at a time, like we did there, it took us several pouring of the water to bring forth the positive, healthy, optimistic mind that we want. So it's a lifestyle. You're going to create a lifestyle of taking positive action. You're going to create a lifestyle of hanging out, staying and associating with healthy people, with optimistic and positive people. You have the choice to leave those who are negative, to spend less time with them or not spend time at all with them. But most importantly, they are the relationships you create. So you want to take action daily. Today, I'll talk to one positive person. Today, I'm going to read one book that will fill me with positivity. Today, I'm going to say some affirmation, which I'll be going there is one of the strategies too. So as you take those actions now, you're going to start immediately now being thankful. You're gonna be thankful. You're gonna be grateful. Gratitude is powerful. Gratitude enables us to nourish all the negatives that we've received, to nourish and overcome toxins. Gratitude is a powerful environment. It gives us fuel. It gives us energy. It has the power over time to neutralize and defeat negativity. Gratitude is powerful. You need to cultivate a thankful habit. Every single morning, I'm thankful to be alive this morning. It doesn't matter whether I've not achieved the solution that I want. My mental health is not as optimal as I wanted it to be, but I'm grateful that I have another day and another opportunity to work on my mental health. I'm grateful that I have another new day and opportunity to live, to create another healthy relationship. I'm grateful for this day that I can speak one more positive into my life and enrich my mind. And so and feed my mind with the nourishments that they need to thrive in optimal mental health and well-being. Gratitude is powerful. A grateful heart is a cheerful one. A grateful mind is a cheerful one. Gratitude re-energizes us. It fuels us because it gets us at a stage where it's like we've already achieved that which we want. Because when we are grateful, we are always grateful for something. So it makes us realize how blessed we are. We realize the gifts and, of course, everyday present. The now is called present. It's a present. It's a gift to you and me. So we can experience life to the fullest. So you need to have an attitude of gratitude. Again, as you're being grateful, it's incredible. Science have shown that people who are grateful, the more thankful they are, they have enlightenment in their frontal cortex. They release some hormones, feel good hormones, again, endorphins and all of that. Gratitude really does release that, which are some of the people, drugs, when you take external drugs, they are meant to help you, even though now research have shown that it has got nothing to do with imbalances of hormones in the brain. I'm not going to talk about that now. So we don't even know what those antidepressants are doing. But actually the goal or the narrative that we've been told and that they've made you to believe, so it can also act as a placebo, is that you are now creating positivity, dopamine, serotonin, all those feel-good hormones. Gratitude does exactly the same thing. And this is a physiological, like I said, it's coming from your soul, from your spirit. It's a physiological way of detoxing and maintaining a healthy mind and mindset. Once you are grateful now, even though you might not have accomplished the goal that you wanted, the result that you wanted, maybe that person is still there. Maybe some moments you still go down a bit with that negative, okay? Do not worry. Now what you can do, you've done all your parts, all right? You want to ask for help. It's not enough. That's where you come from, the external. Like most of you are here now. It doesn't show that I'm any more than you. You just know that you need some help. You need some external, substances, medicinal tools. I'm giving you strategies with you, natural resources, let's call them, what do we call natural things that we take from nature to help us improve maybe our minerals, our vitamins, supplements. Okay, this is just to supplement what you already have. A supplement, natural, no side effect that you are taking. So ask for help. We're talking about asking today in our workshop. You need to ask, ask, seek, and knock. It doesn't necessarily mean that you must come every day and ask someone. You can seek in books. You can seek for what you are looking at in videos. You may type like, how can I help mental detox? You may get the mental detox book workbook. You seek knowledge. You seek the careful resources in there. You knock, so you're going to knock where it's been hidden. You open those pages in those books. You go to those places where people are there who have the solutions that you desire. You need to step out as well. You need to benefit from the external resources that you also have, which is why we are social beings, okay? You must not always think that you have to rely exclusively on yourself and your power within your spirit to thrive. No, I am here also. We are part of the body for you to edify yourself. It's like the eyes, the nose, the mouth. When the legs want to wake up and walk, they will ask the eyes for the eyes to see so they can walk and not stumble, so they know where they are going to. So think about it that way. We are all given certain gifts and strengths. This is my gift, to be blessed with that knowledge, that wisdom, to be able to share, transform your mind, enable you to unlock your full potential, understand who you truly are so you can thrive in life. That's my greatest gift. So once you do that, you can now thrive. So you are using my own gifts. So maybe I'm the eyes to this body while you are the leg, and Liz is the nose, Jane is the leg or the feet, whatever it is. So you've got to ask, you've got to seek, you've got to knock. And as you keep doing this, you're bringing in more from the books you read, from whatever you are listening to, and eventually, once you get this information, because what you really have to do is to be able to discern. We're in the digital era. We are in the information era. You might go listen to another mental detox. They tell you something completely different. Some people may brainwash you because it's all about once you can take hold of someone's mind, you take control of them. That's why I say you should never allow anybody to control your mind. Again, even if they don't control your mind, the information you feed your mind with, you become that. So you need to be able to discern what books are you going to use. That's wisdom. What lessons have I drawn or have I learned from this situation? What am I going to take from this book? You may read everything and everything does not apply to you, your situation. Okay. For example, I'm a Christian. I work with all sorts. I work with atheists. I work with Muslim. Why I talk about maybe God, Jesus, it may not apply to them. They may be like, okay, why I appreciate everything that Sylvia is talking about. I don't do. So that's up to you. Why I may have different philosophies in life, it doesn't mean that you must take everything. But life is governed by principles. And these strategies I'm sharing with you are principles. They work for everyone. They are principles created by God. It says, even in his word, a grateful heart is a cheerful one. And principles are laws that govern, the successful functioning of an equipment, of a thing, in this case, of you, the manufacturer of a product. Design that product with intrinsic laws, which are called principles, that will govern the functioning of that tool. It's like the phone I'm using my Samsung phone today. Okay, whoever designed it gave it, specific instructions, specific tools, and then gave me an instruction, things that will actually enable its functioning. It says once the battery has died, you've got to recharge it. Is designed to run down after a certain time. This is how I created it. After 12 hours or 10 hours of continuous usage, the battery will run down. It doesn't mean you are dead. You have the opportunity to recharge. Go connect it to the source of power and it will be refueled and recharged to function again. For you to have this phone to function, do not put it in water. Whether you believe in the beliefs of the Samsung, whatever, whoever created that phone, it doesn't matter. It's a principle. If you want that phone to function correctly, you put it in water, it will not fulfill its purpose. So to our manufacturer, God, our creator, the ultimate creator, the Almighty God, has created our mind to function in a certain way. He's told you and I, whether alive or dead. I am sorry, whether you believe in me or not, That's a principle. It's a law that governs how your mind will function. And no doubt, those who are actually now suffering from mental health issues, believe me, the majority of the thoughts that go through your mind are deadly thoughts and negative thoughts. That's why now you become depressed. That's why now you become dead, because it brings no life to your body. Whether you believe in God or not, He told you, I know how I created your mind to function. It needs to only listen to edifying positive words that will build and give it life. So that's exactly what I'm saying. You've got to be able to discern. You've got to be able to look for the lessons in every situation. Having a challenging relationship, that ex, so you are moving away now, that relationship must teach you something. It must teach you. Maybe it's how to serve others who are in traumatic, negative relationship, because you've experienced it, you've lived it, you've conquered, and you've been victorious over a traumatic, toxic relationship. You have the power and authority through your own experiences now to teach other people. No experience is useless. No experience per se is damaging or negative. Every experience lived is valuable and has the power to transform our lives and the lives of others. It's for you to draw the lessons from that. The lessons, maybe you were once negative, so you could help those who were negative as well to now walk into the light. Maybe you were once in darkness, so those who are in darkness could relate and resonate with you and see you as a true hope and testament that even those who have lived in darkness for 50 years can walk in light and become the light. Where maybe they can be seeing me, I've never lived in darkness. They might see me so far-fetched, like what Dr. Sylvia is saying is absolutely not possible. But they may resonate with you, which is why you went through that path. So you may hold your hands and say, I see you, I hear you, my brother, I understand you. I once was there and I've overcome. And I guarantee you that you too can overcome. And maybe they listen to your story, your own experiences, and they become aware that yours was even worse than theirs. And if you can triumph over that, then there is great hope for them. There is a lesson in every situation we go through. You need to look for those lessons. And finally now, as you are thriving, you are beginning to change. Your mind is transformed. Your seed is growing. There is literally transformation. Transformation, there is no turning back. It's developing to your full potential. It's becoming everything that you were created to be. Change can result in a turn back. So once my seed, for example, has been sown and it comes now, it produces roots, I can no longer have that seed again. It must go to the end products to produce my fruit, my orange fruit that will now have seeds within, or my tangerine, whatever it is. So that seed is transformed. It is the process of revealing your authentic self, your full potential, your identity, your purpose. The seed now becomes roots, and then it's nourished, it shoots into a branch or a shoot, and then branches, leaves. That's transformation. It's one way. Is the revelation. It doesn't mean that this seed has gone away. No. And you don't need to go back, start looking for those seeds. Where has the seed gone? The seed is still in you. The seed is part of this orange tree. The seed has transformed. Like a caterpillar transforms in a butterfly. It doesn't go back and start looking for the caterpillar. Transformation has taken place. From that fetus, I am the same person who used to be a fetus in my mom's womb. And then I became, an embryo. I was born. I was once that baby who could only crawl and sit. I became the baby who could walk. I now am the Sylvia, the Dr. Sylvia who can walk and teach and speak. I can't go back looking for baby Sylvia. Baby Sylvia still lives in me, but has been transformed to who I am, the mature Sylvia now, which is why I have problems with those who keep going back to you and say, look for your, what is it, how they call this thing? And I've had a lot of people I've worked with who suffer a lot from that. They take you back to your past, the inner child. The inner child is still in you. You are growing and evolving. Once you're a child, you live like a child, you thought like a child, you enjoy childish ways, you played like a child. Now you are mature. The inner child is still you. And that inner child, when you know that you're your full potential, you're authentic, is still you. You don't go look them elsewhere. They live in you, but they have been transformed. You don't go back looking for the inner child, the seed that produced this orange. It doesn't exist. It just gives you pain going to dig back to your past. You are a new creation. You've transformed. As a butterfly, you don't go back looking. What happened? The pain you experience as a butterfly, you are still within you. You are transformed. That's the power of transformation, expressing your full self, your authentic self. From the orange seed that you desired, you now become the orange fruit. And the power with transformation is that you are replicable. You could produce everywhere you go. Because when you come with many more fruits within you, many more seeds within which are trapped orange or other oranges that will go through that transformation process again to bring many more oranges. So you constantly transform everywhere you go. Everywhere you are sown, nurtured, and nourished, you produce fruits. That's the difference between transformation. Is a lifestyle, it's constant, it's continuous. And once you do that, the final stage, then I'll take your questions, is affirmation. Affirmation, this works two ways, okay? You've got this clear mind now. Now what you are doing with affirmation, you are calling the things that cannot and not as if they were. You're building powerful, strong roots that will only take you towards oranges. It's like you are sowing many more orange seeds, so you take dominion over that area. That garden becomes a garden of oranges, eventually an orchard of oranges, okay? You affirm, you want to call the words that you want. Now you're giving, again, like we said, we've looked at the antitoxins, but this works in two ways because like I said, it makes you proactive. It becomes your immunity. You are now having an immunization against toxins. When that toxin comes again, you don't need to go through the whole of this process. Automatically, your antidote, your antibodies, which will now be the words you're speaking, recognize that toxin that's called stupidity. Stupid. Automatically, because you've affirmed several times, I'm intelligent, I'm wise, I'm amazing, I'm blessed, I'm this. Automatically, it recognizes each time you are told you're stupid, it just releases. The antibodies come automatically. They are ready. That's immunity to conquer, to neutralize any negative spoken over you. And you can take over. You can take over. You've got to affirm. Science has shown that. You're going to create more fortified pathways. So your mind has several pathways to detox. It becomes a natural physiological process now. Again, like I said, because you are immune, it comes naturally from within you when you encounter toxins to naturally tap from within, so you can conquer those toxins, negativities. And also because you've created a lot of positive relationship now, you automatically rely on the great, amazing relationship you have with yourself to conquer any negative relationship and to attract more positive people in your life. We're going to end there today. And exactly what's the time? Yep, I think we've gone past the time. I can see you. Let me see if I have any questions. And Liz, if you have any questions as well. Let me take, okay, someone says, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm really blessed. Perfect, perfect. I'm gonna take this off so I can listen to Liz. Maybe if you want to ask a question now, if you have a question to type, please kindly type and I'll be able to listen to you and take your questions. I'm just gonna put this now so I can see Liz. I'm taking this off, Liz. If you have a question, we've been on time, about maybe 5 minutes past, or 10, but that's perfect. If you want to ask me any questions, please do ask me the questions now. And I hope you've been blessed. You've got the power to transform your mind. You've got the power to live and flourish in optimal mental health and well-being. Let's go and do that. Thank you. Over to you if you have any question or you want to say anything. Liz, I think you are muted. You are muted, darling. Can you unmute yourself?
I have.
Awesome. Then I'm going to take Benedict's question.
Yeah. No, thank you, Sylvia, for another positive
You're very
talk.
welcome.
It's very lovely to listen to you, Sylvia.
You're very welcome, Liz. Because of the time, I just had to speak so we can complete what we had to complete. And I'm so grateful for that.
It was just lovely to listen. And thank you very much for taking the time to do it for us as well.
Bless you,
Appreciate
darling.
it,
Thank
Sylvia.
you. And Bernadette says, I have learned that transformation is energy driven.
Yeah, it
So
is.
I must be conscious, perfect, yeah, and deliberate about how I spend my energy. I love that. I love that. Great. Definitely, definitely. where you focus on. Thanks very much. And then I have someone also thanking on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining, and love you all. God bless you. You have a wonderful day. You are so, so blessed. You have the power to transform your mind. And if you need the workbook, just let me know. We'll do another one next month, every month, just to help you transform your mindset. And we'll share the video so you can listen to it after, and we'll actually share everything with you as well. Have a wonderful and blessed evening. Thank you again for joining, Bernadette. Thank you. Wonderful, Liz. Lots of love. God bless. Thank you.
God bless, Sylvia. Bye-bye.
Thank you, darling. Bye. Thank you, Bernadette. Fabulous. Thank you all joining from Facebook. I hope you've been blessed. I hope it's been a wonderful evening, and I'm going to leave you right now. You can get the Mental Detox Bootcamp workbook, so it can enable you to actually work on yourself and apply all of the strategies I've shared with you quickly on this bootcamp. Have a wonderful and blessed evening. Thank you.